Yo, what's good YouTube? Richie Kim here. Today, I'm going to be bringing you guys a performance review on the Nike KD10s. Before we get started, if you all can hit that subscribe button down below, I'd appreciate it a lot. But anyways, let's get right into it. Alright guys, as always, starting off with the traction, the KD10s feature a circular traction pattern on the bottom. I'm still not sure what they're calling this pattern, but it's a bunch of circles, and the traction is just okay. It really depends on your court conditions. I played on some clean courts and I played on some dusty courts, and like some they're in between. And on the clean courts, you don't have any problems. Like, you're not gonna slip at all. But the dustier the court gets, the more problems you're gonna have. I was slipping everywhere when there was a little bit of dust present on the court, and these shoes do pick up some dust, so you're gonna have to be pretty cautious when wiping your shoes. Traction could have been a lot better. In my opinion, I thought the KD9's traction played better than the KD10 traction, but I mean, you know, some people hate it, some people love it. Can't really do anything about it. For me, traction was just okay. So for traction, I would give this shoe a 7.5 out of 10. Moving on to the cushion, the KD10s feature full-length Zoom, but it does not feel anything like the KD9 Zoom. It is a lot more firm, which provides a more responsive cushion. I like response. Like, response is one of the main things I need in a basketball shoe. So these shoes were great, especially for like my play style. Those of you that like that bounce that the KD9s had, you're probably not gonna like the KD10s as much because it definitely does not have that bounce. I don't know what they did to change the responsiveness in this shoe. They could have put more pressure inside the Zoom bag or made this Phylon more dense. Who knows what Nike does, but it does feel different, which is the main difference from the KD9. It's definitely catered for my play style, having a lot of response while also giving some impact protection, and I love this shoe. So for cushion, I would give this shoe an 8.5 out of 10. Moving on to the materials of the shoe, the KD10 features a full Flyknit upper. From heel to toe, it's all Flyknit. That's great. In the KD9s, they didn't do that. It was like half mesh or half, yeah. I think it was like half mesh and half Flyknit, whereas this is just full Flyknit, and it feels amazing. The Flyknit is TPU enforced in some areas, in like the high wear areas, like the toe. So if you flick it, you hear that really plasticky sound. The Flyknit on this shoe, in the toe area at least, is kind of reminiscent of the Kobe 11 Elites, where it was TPU enforced, so it had less flexibility. But actually, surprisingly, on the KD10s, it does move with your foot really well, and it feels great. I have no complaints about it. And having the shoe have a full Flyknit upper, it gives you a nice one-to-one fit. And overall, the KD10's materials are really good. So for materials, I would give the KD10 a 9 out of 10. Moving on to the fit. The fit in the shoe is really good. They do run true to size, but it does run a little bit long. I wouldn't necessarily recommend the shoe for wide footers, because wide footers would normally have to go up half a size. And if I had a wide foot and I had to go up half a size, it would be really long lengthwise, and I don't think anybody would like that. I mean, but if you do like a lot of toe space between the toe and the tip of the shoe, then I say go for it. Personally, I wouldn't recommend it. I don't like that feeling of having too much length in the toe between my foot and the tip of the shoe. But fit in the shoe is great. What I really like about the KD10s more than the KD9s is it's a lot easier to get your foot in this shoe than it was in the KD9s. It may have something to do with like how they structured the, like where your foot goes in the shoe, but whatever they did feels a lot better and makes it a lot easier, and kudos to Nike for that. For fit, I would give the KD10s an 8.5 out of 10. Moving on to the support, it's probably one of the most disappointing aspects of the shoe. The heel support is great, no heel slippage at all, So heel lockdown is good. Everything around the heel is good. But the forefoot is where you run into a lot of problems. Because the Flyknit is really thin and it's literally just full Flyknit upper, there isn't a lot of support on the lateral sides of the shoe, or the lateral and medial sides of the shoe, I should say. So basically the only thing that's holding in your foot is this lacing system, and the lacing system itself just isn't enough to keep your foot contained when you're making cuts. And I definitely felt my foot slipping off the footbed a lot in this shoe, and it was kind of scary at some points because it literally just like my foot would like roll over in the shoe, and it did not feel good. So the support in the shoe is not that great in the forefoot. In the heel it's great, but in the forefoot it's not good at all. So for support, I would probably give this shoe maybe a 7 out of 10. One thing Nike really did do well on is the pricing of the shoe. They kept it the same price as the KD9, so it retails for $150. Overall, it is a good shoe except for the support and the traction. Some people can get over the support thing, like depending on your play style. Like just for me, it wasn't for me, because I like to make a lot of cuts, do a lot of crossovers, do whatever it takes to get to the basket or create some space. But, you know, other people may not play exactly like me, so it is what it is. So for $150, I do recommend the KD10, just not for every single player. If you guys have a chance to try on the shoes and just like test it out inside like a Foot Locker or something, I would definitely recommend doing that before purchasing a pair. But overall, I would say it's a pretty solid shoe. So anyways guys, that's pretty much it for this performance review. If you guys liked the video, please hit that subscribe button down below, and also smash that thumbs up button for me, as it helps my channel grow. And that's pretty much it guys. So until next time, peace.